This has been over and above anything I could have expected in terms of support. And you know, everyone on campus throughout the process of walking around and getting a lay of the land and getting to meet people has been incredibly welcoming and helpful, and it's been really nice. It's really made me feel at home here. So this morning, following up on people going above and beyond, Ellen was nice enough to actually bring me some Pete's coffee, which is my favorite. And so,
yeah.
it's the first time, first and last. So I'm not going to get used to that. But you know, as I was thanking her repeatedly, she said, you know, we have a philosophy here that it takes a village, and you know, in terms of making student athletes, putting student athletes in the best possible position to be successful, it really does take a village from every aspect. So I'm just happy to be a part of this village, and I'm really excited to get to work with all of you. So thanks again.
I was reading about the program you had at Diablo Valley would really get athletes through college in 2 years. What could you say about that program?
Well, the Student Athlete Success Program that we ran at Diablo Valley College really focused on tailoring a specific plan to individual student athletes. So sometimes we could get the student athletes through in 2 years, but other times student athletes who were coming in with possibly more academic needs in terms of remediation would sometimes gray shirt or red shirt and get through in 3 years. But ultimately, the successful transfer of the student athlete is always the goal, and so you just have to be creative and innovative about the best way to get the student athlete through that program.
Being that you are a community college athlete yourself, I mean, do you really relate to the? Is it pretty much the same now for JC athletes? I mean, you find is it different now for them?
It's different in the sense that the NCAA rules and regulations continue to notch up the standards for transfer, and especially for community college student athletes. I feel like each year the NCAA is making sure that the loophole, so to speak, for being a non-qualifier and still going through the community college route and transferring to a four-year university is closed. And so we truly are legitimate student athletes at this level, and you know, the four-year level really wants us to prove that. And so making sure that we complete the associate's degree and possibly on that GETC track, the intersegmental general education transfer curriculum, being able to complete that in the process of moving on to the four-year level is really important.
Now, how do you do that? And trying to implement stuff like this, you do it to the coaches, or do you have counselors? I mean, to make sure the kids are on track and they're.
It's everyone. It takes a big-time group effort across the campus, and you know, coaches and counselors are key parts of it. The support staff, you know, mentors on campus, which come in any sort of form, from classified staff to coaches to administrators. So certainly, you know, and faculty buy-in as well, and incorporating the talented faculty into the student athlete success plan. Certainly Paula Congleton, who's really put forth a lot of things already in place here, is going to be a huge help and a huge resource. And her program has won many awards over the last few years, and I'm excited to have an opportunity to work with her as well.
Great. Now, how about as far as yourself, at getting involved? When did you decide to go into administration? You've been a successful coach. I mean, obviously your teams up in Diablo Valley were offensively high scoring and productive. And
yeah.
Why the switch to when, and why the switch to administration?
Well, it wasn't really a switch. It's been something. The previous topic of student athlete success has really been at the core of it the whole time, and part of it as a coach, I was able to integrate that. But you know, even as a coach, when I would be chalking up a play, for instance, on the whiteboard, I would be talking about note-taking skills. I would be talking about how to translate that to academic success and talk about the learning process. And really, the student athletes, if they learn how to apply those skills, they can learn anything, whether it's chemistry or math or English or any academic skill. So really, the overall big picture is student-athlete success, and we all just kind of attack it from different angles. As an administrator, I feel like I have more of a leadership role in being able to impact the largest number of students, and that's important to me. And being able to work as a team, as a department, to be able to work to improve the success of student athletes. The student athlete program that's in place here is good, and the programs across the board here are very good, and there's a lot of talented staff here, so I'm just excited to have an opportunity to be able to look at ways that we can continue to improve every year.
How about, in these times, the money, in a lot of junior colleges, you hear are cutting programs, like LA City College down in Los Angeles, eliminated sports programs. That's a daunting task to come into an administration job and have to deal with, the shortage of funds, isn't it?
Well, we are fortunate. We have a great program in place, and we have a lot of support across campus, and I don't see us moving in that direction. It certainly is a case of making sure that we continue to fulfill our mission, and athletics needs to play a significant role in that. There's nothing that's potentially more damaging to a program than loss of academic integrity. And so making sure that we are fulfilling our mission in terms of athletics just shows that we are all kind of pulling in the same direction as an institution to fulfill the greater mission. So I feel like as long as we do that, there's going to be support.
Coming here, your impressions, obviously the location you can't beat. Your impressions of the school and the facilities that they have here at Santa Barbara and the community itself.
Yeah, the facilities are second to none. The people and the attitude and the welcoming nature and the can-do attitude is also second to none. And so that I've been at several institutions, and I truly feel like this is a very special place. And so I'm just excited to have the opportunity to work with these talented people and in this amazing environment.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.